St. John's While the World Was Burning. 13 songs, 41 minutes long, and I have never seen a more textbook example for some industry plant horseshit than listening to this.
This is one of the worst albums I've listened to in 2020.
It's one of the worst, most overhyped albums I've listened to.
Oh, extremely overhyped. So St. John had Roses. He released a song Roses, and then somebody Amon Beck remixed it, and it just
blew up because it's an extremely danceable future house song. Shout out to my Audioface gripe with the idea that future house can't go mainstream, and look at here.
It extremely can.
It trended on TikTok. It trended on a bunch of different social media apps, and it just is a catchy tune. You can't even really tell it's
you can't tell who the vocal is because
it's just
so
pitched and remixed so differently
that you can't tell it's St. John.
And honestly, it's the best I've heard St. John's voice.
Deadass. It is completely different. That's how he blew up. So then it became this whole thing of when he released an album. Oh, okay, cool. It's going to be a whole thing. We reviewed this single that came out earlier, and it was okay. But then this whole album is fucking garbage heap.
Literally, it's so bland, generic, trashy, trying to be flashy, but ultimately falling on its face in massive disgrace because I continue rhyming. But it is so bland and so dull and so lacking of any sort of passion and effort that you have to feel like a spreadsheet was involved in the creative process of these songs. It's formulaic to an almost embarrassing degree for music.
The vocals are horrendous. Yeah. Absolutely. It's boat skirt level horribleness with the vocals.
It's a different kind, because boat skirt is just fully unintelligible. This is just Weeknd and Post Malone, but somehow the whiniest aspects of both of them. Yeah. And as bad as you would imagine that together, it's still worse.
Yes. At least he can legit sing. He just does some annoying things with the vocals, but this is just someone trying to be a trap fuckboy. But it's that one loser kid who goes to high school and brings out a guitar and thinks he's all that shit and starts to sing. And that one kid that sits by a tree and does it all the time, and then the songs are all ass.
Yeah, except the Zoomer version of that's your MacBook Pro and your MIDI controller. Actually, this is a more apt comparison too. And again, I like The Weeknd. I like much of the time Post Malone. James Blake. This seems like a very bad iteration of trying to do the croony, kind of tone that James Blake does. Although I can understand people who love James Blake or think he's great, but this is such an annoying version of that.
It's
Sucks to Be You is I guess tolerable and understandable, but it's just a very uninspired trap and B song that would have been sort of blasé in 2018, but now in 2020 it's just an insult to my time.
Mm-hmm. And then switching sides that legitimately has the same production. It's almost like the same song wrapped in different shit.
No, the beats I use for Power Report, I literally just took off of YouTube as free type beats, and they sound about the same as these.
Yep.
Literally, definitely switching sides. The bass line for it is something I similarly use as transition music for Power Report. It's kind of mad that they passed this off as an album. Freedom is Priceless sounds like there's a song on Shoot for the Moon, Aim for the Stars, the album by Pop Smoke, recently released, that was about this. I forget the exact name of it, but it basically has the same bass line. It was ripped for a Gunna song and has the same bass line. So this is just that again in another iteration. It makes Chuck so fucking annoying.
Cat shit wrapped in dog shit. Exactly.
Yeah.
Gorgeous is, I think that's the song we reviewed, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that's the only passable trap song, I guess, in it. So where it's generic, it's boring, but it's okay, the vocals, whatever. I've heard this 1,000 times, but it's passable. You can put it in a playlist, whatever.
NBA commercial transition music.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. I could see this in 2K on the loading screen.
Exactly.
It would literally, that's it.
But then you get the High School Reunion with Lil Uzi Vert, which might be one of my least favorite songs of this year. It is horrible. It's so bad.
Imagine the horrible.
Oh God, I can't. Nope. I tried.
Imagine the horrible blippy.
I tried again.
Imagine the horrible blippy noises with Lil Uzi Vert that you usually get.
Yep.
But he's trying to sing both with and without the auto tune while trying to harmonize with St. John.
Yep.
It's
it's the worst shit ever.
It's like having fecal matter piped directly into your ears. It's absolutely horrid.
It is. I legit. The first time I listened to it, I just had it in my headphones. I'm like, In order to hate something, you have to know it, or else you're just being ignorant. So I have to sit through and listen to the song 3 times in order for me to nominate it for the worst song in the world award, which I really need to name the Boat Skirt Award because God, it was.
It might be the high school reunion prom award after this. It's just really fucking bad. Like
Bad.
Maybe like unlike with a lot of songs we review, it'll get worse with time, but like. That leads, like, that long-ass titled song leads into the next long-ass titled song, which is Monica Lewinsky Election Year, which is...
I did not get my dick sucked by that woman.
Yeah, just, like, a song that, like, I didn't know I could feel, like, more secondhand disrespect for Monica Lewinsky than was, like, already possible. And yet here the fuck I am, Feminist Dan over here, feel like already, like, getting ready to, like, burn penises after listening to this song. Like...
Put pussy hat wearing Dan.
Oh, and god damn it, I forgot. This like these sick fucks put another Roses remix on here with Future.
Yes, exactly. He put a Roses remix with Future, which is horrible already too. It's just. It's just one of the worst albums we've ever reviewed on the show. And let's say something, because we reviewed Fall Out Boy for fuck's sake, and that was unlistenable. I couldn't sit through it.
We haven't reviewed a stinker like that in a while.
God.
And just when we thought, like, just when we needed like a little bit of respite from that, we get Kanye West.
Exactly. That's the best.
Like, literally hit us over
Pray for me with Kanye. It's just like, exactly, they just drop kick the door. They stomp on it, and then shoot him in the face.
So, like, that was another, like, really lackluster performance from Kanye West. It was almost as bad as his poll results. But if that wasn't bad enough, you then get into Quarantine Wifey featuring Jid. Jid, who has done a lot of pretty decent stuff lately. Just like on his own, I think his production, especially with Earth Gang, is really fun.
Yeah, it's fine. But they legitimately stole the bass beat off of Yaskursky.
Yeah, it's 100%, very similar.
It's almost the same damn bass beat, which out of all the fucking songs you rip of Yaskursky.
And you know you got Lil Uzi Vert like earlier featured on here.
That's
like,
the best part.
That's just like a straight rip-off, dude. Like that's just disrespectful.
And High School Reunion's Prom is already one of the worst songs I've listened to in a long time. And then Quarantine Wifey, I remember the first time listening to this song, I paused. I'm like, wait, am I listening to the same shit as Yaskursky? I'm really confused. But basically it's a bass-heavy version of Yaskursky.
Yeah, the bass is more prominent. You don't get more of the weird chimey things, which like, thank Christ. But like, if you had the weird chimey things, this would definitely not just be getting an award for like the Vanilla Ice Award. It would be getting a lawsuit.
It would, yes.
Like, there have definitely been like similarities that are less similar than that have gotten hard lawsuits that have won. So Trap is playing in a really interesting territory where this shit keeps happening. But no, saw a bunch of Spotify advertisements. Fucking like Biggs Burke was like super excited about this shit. Like, oh, this is the best.
Whole thing I've heard about it.
People.
Everybody keeps there's so many stuff on it, and I'm like, this is
garbage,
horrendous.
And I want to say garbage to the song "Gorgeous." It's garbage,
and yeah, I don't even want to talk about the rest because it's just shit. I
really don't want to. You might notice
Sklack, Sklickety, Sklack, and Kalani on Ransom. And then the best part is the last song is the fucking remix of Roses. So you should just... I'm not going to make Dan edit, so I'm going to hold my tongue.
Really fast, like, listening to Ransom one more time, because I could only listen to this album one time, I'll be real with y'all, honestly. The beginning sounds like the worst ketamine hole you could possibly be in, where you're like, for you normies out there, imagine sleep paralysis. Like that's what the first half of the song, and then Black and Kalani are there as though like it's a normal song. Yep. It's like, can we not just acknowledge the trash that I just had to listen to for the first minute of this horseshit?
I just imagined your friend who went to the Genesis Open with us, him just tripping dog shit on ketamine, just like they're walking around like.
Absolutely, sunglasses.
Just sunglasses, just like out of his tits.
Fear and Loathing style. But yeah, the last song on here is the only reason this fucker has any money. a song that is completely, it renders his voice completely unrecognizable. And honestly better. Because it's just like, it's a DJ remix. It's a DJ club remix where like the entire song is chopped up and changed up. And
basically,
honestly,
it's like Daft Punk, where Daft Punk will completely change their beat, and you listen to the original song, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's just like an electronic music like staple. And it's the only thing that makes me like notice St. John at all. This was garbage. This was an utter waste of my time.
This is the cure. This is Pfizer getting out the cure and Donald Trump taking credit for it and calling it the Trump vaccine.
This is remdesivir.
that's the best tier you can get.
Sean, I'd like to take this moment to cordially apologize for making you listen to that.
Thank you, because I'm not kidding. I had to sit like this on my computer desk right now, by the way, because I got through half the album and then I finished the other half, and I just sat like this, like, you're gonna get through this.
Hot garbage. Don't waste your time.